Hi, Facebook. So I'm live on Facebook and Instagram, so I'll be talking to you both today. So today I want to talk a little bit about the largest wealth transfer in history. That it's been talked about a lot in the financial services industry and in insurance, but not necessarily am I hearing anybody else talking about it. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Camille, and I'm with C. Hicks Agency. Thanks for joining on Facebook and Instagram. Okay. So I'm a millennial insurance broker. I protect money, assets, family, credit, and business of my clients, which a lot of my clients are millennials. And the millennials usually come to me with questions about themselves, their parents, and their children. So really today, I'm talking to the baby boomers, which are a lot of the millennials is our parents, and the Generation Xers, Gen Xers, I think that's what we call y'all, and then millennials. So I'm talking to you today because within the financial services and insurance industry, everybody's talking about this whole great wealth transfer, or largest wealth transfer in history. So I don't know how many of you all have actually heard that term, but a lot of people are talking about it. So after like 3 articles came across my desk, or nothing comes across your desk anymore really, right? It was through my email. I said, I hope the people I know are on the receiving end of this wealth transfer. So many of the wealthy are preparing or already prepared for this. However, you do not have to be wealthy today to participate or prepare for this great wealth transfer. So the reason I'm doing this video is for you to even know about it and to participate in it. And your actions and your decisions can allow you to be part of this transfer. So I see some people joining. Thank you for joining. I'm on Facebook Live and on Instagram Live. So I'm talking about the largest wealth transfer in history and how you can be part of it. So many of the people I know and many of my clients are baby boomers who, thanks for the likes, who were the first generation to make real money. In my community, we would call it new money. So I don't know how many of you know what I'm talking about, new money. So that means, money that wasn't passed down to you, started from the bottom up, you worked for it. So a lot of people I know and people in my community, either their parents they were the first generation to make real money, new money, I should say, not real money, new money. And some people, even the baby boomers, weren't the first generation. It's the Generation Xers and the millennials who are the first to make. They're like they're the first generation to make a good substantial amount of money. So, and when I say community, my community meaning the people I grew up with, the people I'm around, the people in my circle. So I am certain that many people are not prepared for this great wealth transfer that everybody's talking about in the financial industry, or even participating. So, are you even Are you even in the game? How do you ever win in a game that you're playing from the sidelines? So what I'm doing today is I'm talking a little bit about the greatest wealth transfer that's coming up in history. And I want to make sure that everybody I know is participating in it and part of it. So let me read the definition of the wealth transfer that they're talking about. Excuse me. The wealth transfer is the transfer of wealth or assets to beneficiaries upon the death of the owner through financial planning strategies. Often includes wills, estate planning, life insurance, trust in a tax-efficient manner. So your parents could have a great retirement account. Thanks for those of you joining. I have wine too, insurance and wine. So a lot of your parents might have retirement accounts that you might end up getting, or stocks or investments, but those are great, but you have to think about the way it's going to be taxed when it's passed down to you. So my question to you is, are you and your family planning for this wealth transfer? Does anybody even know what I'm talking about? Are you going to be participating? And I hope after watching this video, you will think about it and talk to your family and make sure that you are participating in the biggest wealth transfer in history. So, are you participating? Are you and your family prepared? Do you have what it takes to participate? Can you participate? That's what I'm going to talk about. So, we all know, we've heard this a million times. The rich are getting richer, the poor are getting poorer. We know this. This is a fact. But what I want to talk about or challenge you to think about, I'm not going to make you do anything. But what are you doing to make sure your family is continuously gaining and increasing your wealth so that you can participate in the greatest wealth transfer? Right now, the baby boomers are aging. Some of them are already aged and some are aging over the next 4 to 8 years. So over the next several decades, the biggest and wealthiest generation, which is the baby boomers, they're going to be transferring trillions of dollars. So I've seen lots of different articles at this point. Some say they're going to be transferring 30 trillion in assets, 18 trillion. Another says 3.9. I don't know the number, but what I do know is that every article I've seen has said that there's going to be trillions of dollars transferred. So are you part of that? Are you going to be part of that? I had to think about that, like, in the people that I know. Are you going to be part of that transfer? And it's still early enough that even if you're not part of it right now and you're not on track to be part of it, you can make decisions right now to be part of it. You have time. If you have assets, income, retirement, business investments, do you have a plan with your family to actually either transfer that to them or to make it last through retirement or a sickness or a traumatic event, maybe even death? Or will it be wiped out if something were to happen? Also, something to think about is income and estate taxes. You might have all of these things, but when it's passed to your kids, is it going to be eaten up by taxes, income and estate taxes? So these are all things to think about when you're talking about your finances and the future of your family and your legacy. So that's for the people who have assets. It's okay if you don't. A lot of times, the reality of my business is that sometimes when I'm sitting down doing planning with people, we're literally filling in a net worth tool and putting numbers in to see what you're actually worth. What assets do you have versus your liabilities? And a lot of times people, we start filling it out and they realize, I'm not worth, you know what? I don't have any assets. So that's okay, but that's what I'm here for, is to start helping you build those things so that you have assets, that you have a high net worth, and you have wealth to be able to transfer. So you do not have to have enough assets right now to be part of this greatest wealth transfer in history. You do have the ability right now to purchase life insurance. So if you do not have wealth, you have the ability to pass it along through life insurance in order to create wealth to transfer. So I remember the moment that it dawned on me, because I didn't grow up with money, okay? I mean, we were middle class. But the moment it dawned on me that I could make my children millionaires just by purchasing a life insurance, even if I actually never worked for that much money. I do not have kids. Just to clarify, I don't have kids. But it's something I have to think about. And even outside of kids, I have to think about it for my family. I can leave my family $1 million just by purchasing a simple policy. So anyways, that's a side note, because that is what I do, is life insurance. But I just want to be honest. Like, let's be honest, and I want you to be honest with yourself. For some people, the only way you're ever going to pass along that much money is through life insurance. But the great thing is you have the ability to do that. It's just about changing our mind frame and about what we're purchasing and doing. You can, if you start early enough, you can buy a life insurance policy for less than your cell phone bill every month. So in our community, it's just about making the change and making the decision to create wealth there's different ways to create that wealth to pass along. So why not change the future of those you love with a simple decision to do that? And also, one other side note, the the way you pass along wealth is about being tax efficient too. You don't want the taxes to eat up your legacy. So life insurance proceeds are received tax-free. For those of you who don't know, it's received tax-free. So I'm doing this video because millennials and Generation Xers, I want you to talk to your parents, and baby boomers, I want you to talk to your kids. This needs to be a family discussion to plan, or if you already have a plan, to reevaluate your plan, because planning needs to be done between parents and kids and parents, to just prepare for the reality, because we're not talking about something that we don't know. Like, this wealth transfer is going to happen whether you participate or not. There are people out here that there are parents that are leaving wealth for their kids, and there's kids that are going to receive wealth. And then guess what? Those kids are going to pass that wealth onto their kids, and it just keeps going. So if you're never in the game, how is it ever going to change? So baby boomers, talk to your kids. Millennials and Generation Xers, talk to your parents. Simple conversations can start the conversation to putting a plan in place to be part of this transfer. So I want you to think about your assets, what you have, what you will inherit. You really are, and I'm talking to millennials and Generation Xers right now, you really are responsible if something were to happen to your parents. So it's in your best interest to hold them accountable as well, and to add them into your financial plan, because as a family, anything that happens within your family typically affects other people within your family. So think about your assets. What will you inherit? I see a lot of people joining. Thank you for joining. I'm talking about the greatest wealth transfer in history that's coming up, and I'm making sure that everybody I know is going to be part of that wealth transfer. There's going to be trillions of dollars transferred from baby boomers to millennials and Generation Xers, and I want you to be a part of it. So if you missed some of this video, please go back and watch it, because I will put it on my YouTube channel, as well as it will be on Facebook. So what can you do to review or create a wealth transfer plan so that you can participate in the greatest wealth transfer in history? The first thing is to start a conversation. It does not take much to start a conversation with your parents, and sometimes parents can be difficult. And parents, if you're the difficult one and you don't want to share information or plan, I want you to think about what you're leaving behind. So baby boomers, I need you to talk to your kids. And millennials and Generation Xers, I need you to talk to your parents sooner rather than later, because this time is not waiting for anybody. So we are not promised tomorrow. So the sooner you can talk to your family, the sooner you can have the confidence that you're going to be part of something that's the biggest wealth transfer in history. So the second thing that a lot of people miss, you need a team. You can't do this by yourself. You can't, you can, but it's hard to get your will, know what to get, figure out your business plan, evaluate your business, understand the tax planning behind it, the numbers behind it, the insurance. You need a team of people. And a wealthy people have a team. But what if you're not wealthy? You can still, that's what my agency is here for. You can use my team. I loan out my team. I have great contacts and people who can help you. So on your team, you need an accountant. You need somebody who can do tax planning. You need insurance professional. And you need a estate planning lawyer. And if you have a business, you need a business valuation and a succession consultant. So those are the main professionals that you need on your team. And again, if you don't have this team and don't know these people, that is okay, because you can call my agency and you can use my team. The third thing you need to do is determine your needs. And that's going to be based on the value and goals for your own family. You need to think about your lifestyle that you want, the lifestyle that your parents might want if something were to happen. Also, people tend to forget about their philanthropy. Do you want to give back? Do you have an organization that you're really passionate about? You can include all that in your plan. And the last step is to prepare and plan. So even if you have a plan in place and you have your assets, you have your life insurance, you need to reevaluate that plan because things change and you want to make sure that you always keep that plan up to date. If you don't have a plan, no worries. You can start a plan today. So I hope that after watching this video, what I want you to take from this video is that there's a huge wealth transfer that's going to happen by the year of 2024, 2025. There's going to be trillions of dollars that are passed down from baby boomers to Generation Xers to millennials. I want you to be part of that wealth transfer. If you already have your business lined up, that's awesome. I need you to reevaluate your plan and make sure it's up to date. If you don't have a plan in place, I need you to call me. I need you to think about it. I need you to talk to your family and start taking the steps to prepare to either increase your wealth, create wealth, or make sure the wealth you do have is going to be taken care of. So we can get the conversation started. You can contact my agency. My agency is the C. Hicks Agency. You can find me online at chicksagency.com. You can also follow me. I'm looking at your comments. Y'all are funny. Hi, Ian. Hi, Brandon, Samantha. I see a lot of people on here. Julian. Hi, Brian. Thank you for joining me. And please find me online at C. Hicks Agency. I'm on all social media at Camille G. Hicks or C. Hicks Agency. And you can actually chat live with me on any social media or from the website as well. So please look up the greatest wealth transfer and make sure that you are part of it. So thank you for watching, and I hope to see you soon.